Hello, everyone. Here's your weather hazard briefing for Tuesday, October 31st, or for those that are of the mind, happy Halloween. It will be dry and cool again today across the area, and tonight, because of the dry air and not much cloud cover, it's going to be pretty chilly if you're heading out doing trick-or-treating or other Halloween festivities this evening, or if you're just going to head out in general and do something. Today and tomorrow, and at least through heading into the end of the week, we're going to have to worry about valley inversions, especially in some of the colder spots. That will keep temperatures from warming up a few degrees compared to the rest of the area. Otherwise, once we get past tomorrow, we're going to have off and on chances of rain and snow for several days starting Thursday. With this flow coming in out of the west off the Pacific, it will be warmer. That means mostly rain in the valleys. There'll be some limited valley snow, but it'll be rain and snow for sure once you head up into the high country. Satellite shows high pressure centered just to our west. The flow is still out of the northwest over the state of Idaho. You can see plenty of moisture and plenty of activity out in the Pacific. As we said, eventually as this ridge shifts over us, one of these little disturbances, and actually several of these disturbances will actually push the ridge down a little bit. It'll weaken the ridge and give us a general westerly flow over the area again starting tomorrow, and especially the latter half of the week and into next week as well. The weather risk outlook, there's not much going on. Minimal risk on a daily basis in the mountains with any snow that we do see falling out there. A mix of rain and snow in the high country. Mostly rain for the Snake Plain and Magic Valley, and you'll see when looking at some of these morning lows heading towards the end of the week, there might be an opportunity in some spots for it to be snowing in the morning just because of those valley inversions in place. So for temperatures this afternoon, we're going to be setting in the 40s and 50s. You'll notice it's cooler in the upper part of the Snake Plain. That's one of those areas we're talking about where a bit enough valley inversion will be in place that'll keep temperatures down. But once you get down towards Pocatello, American Falls, south towards the Utah border into the Magic and Treasure Valleys, because we do have a little bit of a southerly wind helping to mix things out, it'll be quite a bit warmer this afternoon. 50s once you get into some of those higher valleys that are will mix out of the inversions and stay out of the inversions. It'll be in the lower 50s for this afternoon. Now, heading out this evening, you'll notice through late afternoon, early evening, the temperatures do start to drop off by 6 p.m. Most of us are in the 30s to 40s, but that 7 to 8 o'clock p.m. time frame, sun goes down, we're well down into the 20s and 30s in many areas. Some of the warmest spots still maybe closer to 40 degrees by the time, if you're going to be out around 9 o'clock or so. Just a few spots, the warmest spots will be the only areas really staying above 32 degrees at this point. Now, that's the air temperature. Looking at the wind chill, there'll be in some areas about a 5 to 10 mile an hour wind through this evening. You'll see talking about those air temperatures in around 6 to 7 in many areas, still in the 40s. Those wind chills dropping off 5 or 10 degrees. So we're talking 20s and 30s and low 40s. You get to 8, 9 o'clock, the wind chills in many areas will be below freezing. So certainly make sure you're dressed for the conditions this afternoon and this evening, especially once the sun goes down across central and eastern Idaho for tonight. Now into tomorrow. So it'll be a cold morning once again, but not as cold as the last few mornings. And you'll notice where the inversion is in place. A good example is the upper part of the Snake Plain in the lower 20s. Once you get to where we mix out a little bit again with some gap winds for sure, and into the Magic Valley, we're talking in the mid to upper 20s, low 30s in many of those areas. In fact, some of those downslope winds, it'll be closer to 35 down around Oakley and in that part of the Magic Valley and the South Hills and Albion Mountains. Otherwise, plenty of teens and 20s across the area. But for tomorrow, we do warm up a bit more, but still cooler up north compared to where we get some mixing tomorrow afternoon. Some more low to mid-50s once you get towards the Pocatello and the Snake River area southward, even down towards Montpelier, being the low 50s, still in the low to even mid-50s in the valley locations of the Central Mountains for tomorrow. Thursday, we continue that trend upward a little bit. You can see again on Thursday, it may not get above 50 up around the INL, the northern end of the Arco Desert up towards Du Bois. Meanwhile, it'll be near 60 in places like Burley, Oakley, and Twin Falls on Thursday. And temperatures at this point, that's probably going to be our warmest period towards the end of the week. We'll start to scale it back a little bit, especially on days that we get more cloud cover and a better chance of rain and snow across the area. But you can see by the time we get to Friday into Saturday, these overnight lows where we've had the inversions holding are really going to start mixing out. We're talking above freezing in many areas: Idaho Falls, Blackfoot, Pocatello, down through the Magic and Treasure Valleys. Chalice above freezing, Salmon above freezing. But you'll notice those afternoon highs dropping back just a couple of degrees across the board for Friday. And that trend continues just slowly into Saturday. And we may see this change for sure, depending on when these individual waves in this flow come through. This type of pattern, it's a general pattern. It will be out of the west. It'll be breezy at times. It will be wet. It may not be wet every minute of every day during this pattern. And there'll be a little bit of a chance that if we're in between waves, we have less cloud cover, maybe a little cooler at night, a little warmer in the afternoon, versus when another wave passes through. It's all about the timing, and we will be going through that and giving you a better idea how that plays out as we head through the rest of the week into the weekend. Have a great day. Again, if you're going to be out and doing anything this afternoon, this evening, just be safe out there, everyone.